Rhea Ripley returns to unleash a savage attack on IYO SKY, Raw highlights. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. In one of the most shocking and chaotic moments in recent WWE history, the long-anticipated return of the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley finally exploded into reality, and she didn't come back quietly. Rhea Ripley made her dominant return to Monday Night Raw in front of a thunderous crowd, and her target was crystal clear: IYO SKY. The current WWE Women's Champion didn't even have time to breathe before Ripley unleashed a ruthless, savage beatdown that left IYO broken, humiliated, and questioning her place at the top of the women's division. This wasn't just about revenge, it was about reclaiming a throne that Ripley never intended to give up. This is your full breakdown of the carnage, betrayal, and power struggle that rocked Raw to its core. Raw's biggest night, the July 8th episode of Monday Night RAW was hyped as a Champions Showcase edition, featuring title holders from all brands defending or confronting challengers. The main event had been announced as IYO SKY vs. Roxanne Perez, a dream match between the reigning WWE Women's Champion and the NXT standout. But what WWE didn't promote, and what nobody could have expected, was the return of one of the most dominant women in recent memory, Rhea Ripley. It had been months since Rhea was last seen on WWE programming, following her surprise injury after a backstage assault reportedly at the hands of Liv Morgan. The last time fans saw her, she was being escorted out of the arena by medical staff, clutching her shoulder and fighting back tears. Her absence left a massive power vacuum, one that IYO SKY wasted no time filling. But last night, Rhea sent one chilling message to the world: she's back, and she wants her crown. The main event, as the final segment of Raw began, IYO SKY made her entrance, flanked by Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai, her damage control allies. With the championship proudly around her waist and her usual confidence on display, she entered the ring ready to defend her title against Roxanne Perez. The match was everything fans hoped for: fast-paced, innovative, and a back-and-forth war between two of the best in the business. Roxanne pushed IYO to the limit, hitting her signature pop rocks and nearly scoring a massive upset. But just when it seemed Roxanne might pull off the miracle, Dakota Kai distracted the referee, allowing Kairi to interfere and help IYO hit her devastating moonsault for the win. IYO SKY retained her championship, but her victory celebration was short-lived. The lights go out. Just as IYO raised her title and pointed to the camera, the lights in the arena went dark. The crowd erupted with confusion, some holding their phones high with flashlights. Then, the arena filled with smoke. A deep, guttural growl echoed through the speakers. The Titantron lit up, slowly forming two words in all caps: "Mammy's back." The fans exploded, and when the spotlight hit the entrance ramp, there she was. Dressed in black leather, with chains hanging from her gear and a storm in her eyes, Rhea Ripley had returned. Rhea Ripley hits the ring. Rhea slowly walked down the ramp as the crowd chanted, "Welcome back." Her eyes were locked on IYO SKY, who stood frozen in the ring. Kairi and Dakota quickly stepped in front of IYO, trying to form a protective wall, but Ripley wasn't having it. She slid into the ring and exploded with violence. First, she dropped Kairi Sane with a brutal big boot. Dakota Kai tried to fight back but got planted with a riptide in the center of the ring. IYO SKY tried to escape, but it was too late. Ripley grabbed her by the hair, dragged her into the center of the ring, and unleashed a vicious string of punches. The crowd was in absolute shock. Then, in the ultimate exclamation point, Ripley hit a thunderous riptide on IYO SKY, straight onto the championship belt. A message to the champion. Rhea stood over IYO's broken body, picked up the women's championship, and stared at it. The crowd began chanting, "Mommy, Mommy," as Rhea raised the title above her head. But then, she bent down and whispered something in IYO's ear, words picked up faintly by ringside microphones. "You were keeping this warm for me. Now give it back." She dropped the belt on IYO's chest, looked straight into the camera, and simply said, "I'm not finished yet." And just like that, Rhea Ripley walked away, leaving a statement heard around the wrestling world. Backstage fallout. Backstage chaos erupted following the ambush. IYO was seen being helped by WWE medical personnel, her neck in a brace and her body visibly bruised. Dakota and Kyrie were both taken to the trainer's room. Triple H was shown in a heated conversation with Adam Pearce, clearly reacting to Rey's unannounced return. While no official match was announced, sources indicate that WWE is now fast-tracking plans for Rhea Ripley vs. IYO SKY at SummerSlam. Backstage interviews with other superstars revealed a mix of reactions. Liv Morgan, the woman who injured Rhea, was nowhere to be found. Becky Lynch was asked for her thoughts and simply said, "I know what it's like to be hunted by Rhea Ripley. IYO has no idea what's coming." Social media explodes. WWE fans lit up social media with one of the loudest responses of the year. Within minutes, #mommy is back, #Ripley returns, and #IYO got wrecked were trending worldwide. One tweet read, "The Queen of Raw is back. IYO SKY's reign is over." Another said, "This is what we've been waiting for. Rhea Ripley is the most dangerous woman in wrestling, period." Rhea herself posted just one thing on X, formerly Twitter, a photo of her foot on IYO's chest, captioned, "Did you miss me?" with a skull emoji. The history between them. The story between Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY is one of rising tensions and missed encounters. While the two have never had a proper singles feud, their paths have often intersected during tag matches, Royal Rumbles, and backstage altercations. Ripley has long been considered the unstoppable juggernaut of the women's division. But while she was injured, IYO used her opportunity to climb the mountain, win the title, and claim herself the best in the world. Rhea sees that as a betrayal, as her division being stolen while she was down. This isn't just a championship feud, it's a war for dominance. The mindset of Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is not coming back just to make appearances. Her tone, her demeanor, and her brutal return all point to one thing: she's coming for blood. She feels betrayed, not just by IYO, but by WWE itself. The commentary team, the fans, the women's division. She feels forgotten. In her own words from an exclusive WWE.com interview, "They moved on. They crowned a new queen. They erased my legacy while I was healing. But I don't forget, and I don't forgive." Ripley is back, and her eyes are locked on the throne. What this means for IYO SKY. For IYO SKY, this may be the biggest threat she's ever faced. She's survived challengers like Asuka, Bianca Belair, and Roxanne Perez. But none of them came with the fury, size, and hunger of Rhea Ripley. Her damage control allies are clearly shaken. And IYO now faces the reality that she might be outmatched physically, emotionally, and mentally. Can she rise to the challenge? Or has the sky already started falling? WWE officials respond. Late into the night, WWE officials issued a statement on social media. WWE can confirm Rhea Ripley is medically cleared for in-ring competition. Following tonight's events, WWE is reviewing actions for both IYO SKY and Rhea Ripley. An official announcement regarding the Women's Championship will be made soon. Fans are speculating this means we're getting Rhea Ripley vs. IYO SKY at SummerSlam, and possibly in a stipulation match. Could it be no holds barred? Last woman standing, maybe even a steel cage. Superstars react. Across the locker room, reactions kept coming. Charlotte Flair, "I've fought them both. But only one of them haunts your dreams. And her name is Rhea Ripley." Bianca Belair, "That wasn't a return. That was a warning shot." Bayley, "Damage control better get it together, or it's going to be damage collapse." Even Roman Reigns posted a cryptic message on Instagram, 3 fire emojis and a photo of Ripley standing over IYO. The war for the women's division. This is more than a rivalry. This is a civil war in WWE's women's division. On one side, you have IYO SKY, crafty, skilled, manipulative, flanked by her damage control allies. On the other side, Rhea Ripley, unhinged, focused, physically dominant, and now back with vengeance. This fight could shape the future of the women's division for years to come. The road to SummerSlam. As SummerSlam approaches, the intensity is only going to grow. WWE has already teased a major confrontation between Ripley and IYO next week on Raw. Could it be a contract signing? Another sneak attack? Or will we see IYO SKY fight fire with fire? One thing is certain. This is going to be violent, emotional, brutal, and unforgettable. Rhea Ripley's return was more than a comeback. It was a hostile takeover. She reminded the world who runs Raw, and made it crystal clear